Hi again and good to see you. Now, in that last episode, they were talking about an old farmhouse in the country and describing it. And they were using some interesting language which I want to teach you now. Let me give you some examples of what they said. Sandra said that the farmhouse was built by a rich Italian American, was built by. Now that grammatical form is called the passive. We're going to study that now. But other examples. Paolo said, yes, it was designed by a Dutch architect. It was designed. He said, it is built in the style of an 18th century Tuscan farmhouse. The passive, that's what I want to look at with you now. We'll go to the screen so that you can see how the construction works. It is actually quite simple because you need to take the verb to be in the necessary tense, whether it's past, present, or future, and then you add the past participle of the main verb. Okay, so that is the grammatical form. When do we use the passive? We use the passive when it's more important the action which is happening and not the person doing it. Let me give you an example, try and make it clearer. And look at the screen now and we can combine the things. This is a magazine. Now, I want to talk about the magazine in the present. And there are various things that I can say. For example, this magazine is published in the United Kingdom. Is published, the verb to be plus the past participle. Other things that we can say about it. The articles are written by top writers. Now, notice that if you want to actually mention the people doing the object, the action, you use by. So, these articles are written by top writers, okay, top journalists. Another example, it's delivered worldwide. It's delivered worldwide. There again, we don't know by who, but it's not important in this case. It's the action which is important. So that's in the present, using the verb to be in the present form is, are. Let's move on to the past tense now and take these shoes. We can say about these shoes were made in Italy, okay? These shoes were made. Notice that the verb to be is in the past and it's plural because it's two shoes. So not was made, but were made. These shoes were made in Italy. The other examples are they were designed by a top designer and only a limited number were produced. All right, so the verb to be plus the past participle. Then if you think about the future, you can put the verb to be in the future, and let's think about a film that has some perspective that is going to be made in the future. Let's look at how we use that in the passive form. The film is going to be set in America. Now that's a bit more complicated. The verb to be goes into the future, but it's an intentional future. So it becomes the film is going to be set, means filmed, in Russia. It's going to be directed by Spike Lee. Now here the information Spike Lee is important, so we add by. It's going to be directed by Spike Lee, and it's going to be released next summer. Released, taken to the cinemas next summer. So that's the passive form, as you can see, if you know the verb to be very well in all the different tenses, past, present, and future, it's not difficult. And it's actually not different in English to many other languages. All right? So that's the passive. See you again next lesson. Bye.